Can you remember, Jocelyn, when you first heard the news that you knew for certainty that you had PH?
Yes. Yeah.
But you're smiling, and I guess you weren't that
No,
bad.
but I didn't understand what it meant then.
So how long from when you first thought something might be wrong with you, someone say to you, I know what you have, Jocelyn, this is what it is?
About 9 months, but which is actually quite fast for diagnosis of PH. And at that time, I was very lucky, really. Yeah.
Well, for a lot of people, PH sounds like a death sentence, but we meet you and you've had it for 15, 16 years and it doesn't look like you're someone who's living under a death sentence.
I was very lucky in that the disease progressed quite slowly, and the medication, each time I tried a new medication, it really helped, and I would have a year or so of improved symptoms, and then I would deteriorate and we would try another medication and that would work. So that kept me going and going until I had my transplant. So that's how I'm so well today, really.
Let's go back a few years to when you first became involved with the whole PH thing and the PH Association. Do you remember back to those days?
Yeah, the first I knew about it was they had a one-day conference at a hotel in Derbyshire, I think it was, and I went with a friend, and it was just the best thing ever because there were doctors there explaining everything about PH. There were lots of people with PH and lots of people who wanted to help us, and it was just fantastic. And I met Dr. Simon Gibbs and Wendy Ginsing from the Hammersmith, who explained that they were opening a specialist centre for London at the Hammersmith. And I transferred from my hospital to there, and that transformed everything for me, my treatment, everything. And so I'm so grateful for that conference.
What do you think the role of the PH Association is today then?
Yeah, I think they've developed and grown so much, and now they're involved in educating people, increasing awareness, supporting people, huge fundraising ability. I think it's just grown and grown, and which is amazing based on people doing it voluntarily. It's just an incredible thing to have done, I think.
All over the country there are support groups, and you look after the one here in London?
Yeah. Somebody from the Hammersmith phoned and said, we've been thinking of setting up a support group and we'd really like you to get involved. Would you be interested? And I said, well, yes, definitely. So we set up the London support group, and that's now 8 years ago. Over the years, I think now 8 of our members have died, which has been really, really hard. But we've all gained so much more out of it than we've lost in the pain.
So it was worth it?
Very, very much. We've become so close, and even though we're really, really different, when we meet together, we understand each other. We understand what a PH is like and the treatments are like, and it's not just a monthly meeting, it's an ongoing relationship. I'd say they're my friends now, really. We've become friends.
The PH Association also works very hard to make sure that you've got the drugs that you need, and it seems to be such an incredibly expensive business.
Very.
And that's where the PH Association does a wonderful job, doesn't it? It acts as that conduit.
Yeah. I mean, they have access right to the top level of government, and they've changed things. So they've done an amazing job.
Is it possible that some people would be nervous about joining a support group like the PH?
I hope not, because they are there for the patient's advantage, really. They're there to give us information, to support us, to help us in every way possible. So you would only benefit from joining it. There's no cost, it's all benefit, really. Wonderful.